All right, we're live. Make sure everything comes through. $388. I don't have a notification yet. Do you guys?
I went from
there it goes.
got one from yeah, they both did. I got one from YouTube for once.
YouTube's
that one doesn't go at all.
YouTube's usually faster, right? I feel like Renee's like the first one on. Cesar, I'm with you. I don't feel like I get a whole lot of YouTube notifications. Maybe I didn't ring the bell. I've liked and subscribed. I think I need to ring the bell. 388, all that's good. I think we're all set.
It's unfortunate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 388 of the NOFODcast. We are No Outside Food or Drink, the Southeast premier video game and Simpsons revival podcast. That's right. We did it again. But Cesar tag teamed this one. Were we talking about Hit and Run, or was it the other? It wasn't Road Rage. It was Hit and Run, right?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna get to that. Tonight's news: Sony testing dynamic pricing? ? More content coming to Resident Evil 9. Is it officially called Resident Evil 9, or is it Resident Evil Requiem?
When you do the credits, the Q turns into a 9.
Okay, so it is in there. I feel like I feel like they did that when they announced it, right? Just like they did with Biohazard and all. You are right. AI coming to your Xbox. We need something on our Xbox besides Halo Infinite. More to come on that later. Raising prices to pay the bills? ? I'm not sure what that one is. March, Sony Extra and Premium games have been announced, and as the aforementioned news title, possible Simpsons Hit and Run re-release. I'm one of your hosts, Richard Bergman, joined tonight by Newsmaster Brant McKee.
What's up?
Brant, welcome.
And welcome to you, sir.
We survived the storms. We were talking about, I guess we could have been the Southeast premier Georgia meteorology podcast. We all
Crazy weather podcast.
We all woke up today at 60-degree weather, and then some crazy storms came through in a line, and then temperatures have been dropping ever since. I went outside in shorts and t-shirt, and I was like, nope, this is not happening. It was like 40-something degrees. Like, why the fuck did this happen? This is Georgia.
By the time I left for work, like you said, this morning, it was like 60-something degrees. And then by the time I left work, it was 38.
Yeah.
So.
Go in short sleeves and come back with a winter coat. Also here,
I left my coat in the car, so that was easier for me.
The coat was in the car, just came out to it.
I was like, yes. Thank God I planned ahead for non-stupidity.
You definitely lived the two seasons in one day. Also here, our resident lore master and soundboard master, Cesar Concepcion II. Cesar, welcome.
Hello.
Cesar, you have also co-achieved the Simpsons revival. What is your next game you're going to bless us with? Is it another Simpsons title?
No, Brant's leading the way on the Simpsons Hit and Run, so he's been a huge advocate for it. So I can't take any credit whatsoever for that one. I just happened to see the article was exclusive to People.com, and I was like, really?
Yeah.
People.com.
Yeah.
We talked about it last week, I want to say, is what you were talking about. Well, actually, I mean, I think we all talked about it on the podcast was when we were talking about all those X-Men games. Yeah. And I know me and Cesar were talking about Spider-Man Maximum Carnage, so... The fact that we're getting all those
Separation
games.
Anxiety was the one me and my brother played a lot of on
Separation Anxiety.
A lot. Yeah.
I know we mentioned
that. Was that like the back of my hand?
Was that one of the red cartridge ones?
It might have been, but I think that when we got it, it was not. It was probably value price at that time. So
okay, yeah. I got you. Value price Spider-Man.
It's like, day one red cartridge. I know the Brant's Maximum Carnage was a red cartridge. So.
Maybe that's the one I'm confusing it with. Maybe I'm thinking.
What didn't Doom have a red cartridge as well?
Doom was also a red cart. I'll take red cartridge Super Nintendo games for $400. Renee's here. What's up, Renee? Did Renee get any of that sweet Spider-Man Super Nintendo action back in the day?
Probably so.
Here and there. Peripheral game. Dynamic pricing. What's up?
Normally we all played the same stuff back then, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Family cycled through stuff. Like I vividly remember like my cousin's games as much as mine. Like we had access to like that same it was like a shared library. It's like the Steam family of circa 1996.
Right. Now everybody and their mom makes games, so there's games everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, also true. Into the news. Sony is testing dynamic pricing on the PlayStation stores. Comes from Andy Robinson at VGC, VideoGamesChronicle.com. Dynamic pricing, also known as surge pricing. What's the best example of that? Would you say like Uber?
The only surge I like is in a can and it's green and it came out in the 90s.
100% agree.
I would kill for Surge Zero. Give me a Surge Zero or a Diet Surge. If we find it in a nearby state, are we driving to acquire some of this product?
I mean, I'm certain we'll never find a Surge Zero, but I'm certain that they have a Surge in a fountain dispenser at the World of Coca-Cola. So,
yeah. Now that you mentioned that, I've had Surge in one of those freestyle machines. They're scaling those back. Have y'all heard that? Like the freestyle machines are kind of going away. Yeah. Local Zaxby's that I attend that always had one, no longer had one. I think it was kind of cool, mostly for the novelty of what you would find. Like they would advertise new drinks and stuff. And I think that Surge was at Burger King. Cesar, did we find that together on a trip? That is all coming together now. I think we found Surge Zero. And it was not great out of that fountain thing.
I think it's going to be one of those things where, those freestyle machines are going to be only like AMC's or something like that, where the drinks are like $20 for a large. So,
some kind of crazy licensing deal.
I'm assuming. Well, it's not even that. I just think it's not cost effective to have all that freestyle stuff and worry about different syrups you got to refill and shit. So,
our local Wendy's, like the past couple times we've been there, the only thing you could get is like the tea that's in there, the Gold Peak or whoever they partner with. Yeah. I feel like, I'm sorry, let me rephrase. Diet wise, I can only get like Diet or Zero beverages, and it was either the teas or the Minute Maids that they would have, but they would be out of like Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Diet Dr. Pepper. Those would be available in that freestyle thing. But the Zaxby's, they pulled it, man. It's just like a Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, Mountain, Minute Maid is what I wanted to say, not Mountain Dew. Fanta, Minute Maid, that sort of ordeal.
Do you want a Fanta?
I kind of want a Fanta. I want a Fanta. Don't you want a Fanta?
I'm sorry.
It's catchy. No, it's catchy. Let's go. All right, surge pricing. We deviated from dynamic pricing into surge pricing, which was a way better conversation than whatever dynamic pricing is. But I was thinking of like Uber surge pricing. So a concert lets out, all of a sudden it's going to be a higher price to get out of these concert venues and back to where you need to get to. The use of dynamic pricing has been criticized by consumers in other industries for its perceived unfairness. According to the tracker, some PlayStation Store users have been seeing personalized prices significantly lower than the standard price as part of a Sony A/B test to study demand elasticity. Users are randomly placed in control or test groups and see different prices for the same games, it says. I was reading somewhere, I don't know if it's in this article. It's not, I didn't read this article, so. But like somebody shares a PlayStation with their partner at their home, and it was like Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it was like $5 or $6 less on the partner's account than that person's account, and they were like,
"Yeah,
I would play it. Like they're not gonna play it."
It's random ass. It's like it's random ass pricing. It's weird.
Yeah,
and how they decide on who pays what and who pays more and who pays less.
Maybe we should do that comparison. That would be an interesting stream for a little while. Maybe just run through some stuff.
Yeah.
Or did they pull the plug on it already?
Not often I go shopping in that store unless it's like a super cheap deal. So
yeah, I think the last any like maybe year or two digital titles I bought. I got them from my phone, right? From those stores on the phone, and just pushed it to the PlayStation afterwards.
Yeah. It says they've been testing it for at least 3 years, or 3 months. Sorry,
okay. I was about to say people just
30,
got on
in 30 different regions, and now is doing it in nearly 70 regions.
It's a lot more widespread.
Yeah, at first I was seeing that it wasn't. Yeah, even this article says that the U.S. and Japan are not included in that, but I have since seen that the U.S. was included in that, but Japan was not.
Pricing ranges from discounts of 5% and 17.6%. It's very specific, including first-party games like God of War Ragnarok, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, Gran Turismo 7, and The Last of Us Part 2. Does anyone else do this? I guess they do regionally based, right?
Yeah.
I famously changed... What's that?
Usually based off like conversion rates and stuff like that, depending if they have like a SRP to it.
I changed right after the Switch came out. I changed regions and bought the Mexican Shovel Knight Treasure Trove because it was like significantly cheaper, and I don't think it's ever been cheaper than that ever since on anything. And I have very minimal time on Shovel Knight. It's on the list of shame. What's next? I guess we're just gonna see what that dynamic pricing shakes out to be, huh?
I mean, it's only really a concern when they decide to move forward with it. Is my opinion on it. So,
Don't let it be set in stone.
It's gonna be random. It's gonna be one of those things like all three of us will have to look for, and like it'll be a weird price, and be like, oh, and then I have to like send it to y'all in a group chat. It's like, what's the show for y'all?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way we're gonna actually probably truly see it. So.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a Wario tweet where it's like $9.99, unless it's dynamic pricing.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what we start getting? Deal alerts with dynamic pricing included? It's kind of like, you know how Amazon does the regional coupon sales? Like it moves that coupon discount. It's not always you. It's like, this will be Midwest or Southeast. It's random as hell. You may go in there and there's like an extra coupon. I learned that lesson with the Final Fantasy, what do they call the Pixel remaster ones? Because it was like, could be $20 if you got the coupon. I was sending it to people like, please check and see if see what price you have for this. But it wasn't our region at all. So everybody I sent it to was like, nope, it shows 40. They send me screenshots. Nope, same price. Not discounted. We'll see. We'll see how that shakes out. I'm with Cesar though. I don't think that's very consumer friendly. Especially when we all want to do this. Like, how much of our sales is built off of, hey, let's go get this thing. I'm close to getting this Toxic Avenger game, which I never knew existed until Brant started kicking it up in the group chat. Like, we need to possibly try this game. And then Cesar got it, so I'm like, sure. Am I looking at this now?
Hey man, can't let Brant down that hill alone.
Did you guys try it yet?
Not yet.
All right.
I mean, we had a pivot to help friend of the show Uno play Halo Infinite, so
that is true. Let me know if y'all's feet get to the fire, and I might splurge. You never know.
Try this weekend and see.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
I'll stream it. You can watch it. You can decide from there.
Or
I have a feeling it'll be
play.
like a Helldivers situation for me. Only it'll be Richard this time. He'll see us playing it, and he'll just say, "Fuck it, I'll go buy it."
Could be. That's always the best case scenario, right? This looks pretty good. I'm in, guys. Let me download my copy.
I mean, I read the reviews on it, and I don't want to derail because I don't want to waste any more time. But I read the reviews on it, and they said it's just the reviews on it are pretty good. They said just don't do it if you're just going to play, unless you have a group of friends to play it with. They said if you're just like, I just want to play it, and you don't have a group of people to play it with, they said it's not worth it whatsoever. Don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Time will tell. I did not start the bots, so we got to go the YouTube route. I got in a hurry and failed my producer part.
Oh, no. It'll be all right.
Boo. What's next in news? I'm ill.
Capcom confirm Resident Evil Requiem story expansion is coming So there was a video posted on their social media from the director Koshi Naganishi, thanking everybody for supporting the game, and that it has surpassed 5 million. It's actually now past 6 million.
I gotta say, it's gangbusters.
It is their fastest selling Resident Evil out of the whole series.
A friend of the show, Joel, says he can't find a copy. He was texting me like, "Have you seen Resident Evil Requiem anywhere?"
Wow.
And I had just seen it
happening.
I'm not close to him, but I had just seen it at Walmart, and I was like, "Yeah, it was at Walmart." But then I went to see like if I could get the Walmart delivery, and it wasn't there anymore. So
that's why I bought that Switch 2 generation pack, because I think at the end of this month they're gonna stop selling it. So
it's gonna be gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
Holy.
I think after that it goes up to I think they said this is a deal. That's the part of the deal, because I think after that it's like 69 and then 20 for each game. So it's gonna be 109. I think with that pack I got it for like 79 or 89 or something like that.
Yeah, it's actually a really good value, especially if you want those other two in a Switch 2 format.
Yeah.
Been looking at it too.
But it has been confirmed that in addition to routine patches to address performance issues and bugs, the development team is planning new content. First is the much anticipated photo mode. On top of that, there's another surprise. And he said, we're planning to add a mini game. The director then flipped through a series of papers containing what appeared to be some gags. If you watch the video, there are some kind of little humorous photos he flips through.
Pretty funny bits.
But eventually coming to the last page that we are planning to make extra story content.
Yay.
SR approves.
The bit of
yeah, we all want to know who Leon is married to.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be.
There's a possibility.
That's one of them. I mean, that was the whole bit. Is he took off that glove and he had a wedding ring. So.
Mm-hmm. And so everybody's speculating, ooh, who's he married to? And then
Ada? Is it Claire? Is it Ada or is it Claire? Is it Ada? Is it Claire?
The picture that was shown in there is like Leon embracing a woman, and you can't see who it is. So that's the speculation.
Yeah, they're leaning heavy into it.
There's no way to decipher. Like, there's no way to try to figure out who it is.
He addressed. I mean, it was like you didn't realize it to the very end of the game when he took the gloves off and you saw it, and it's like for a brief second, somebody had to like pause it and was like studying Leon.
Internet sleuths. Could be just a bit. Could be nothing. But you said they're leaning into it, so it's a whole thing. Is it not Ashley from Resident Evil 4?
It could be.
It could be.
Maybe.
The only one I beat.
Don't know.
I don't think they ended up together at the end of that one. I think she was maybe high school. I don't know. You guys both want more Resident Evil, right? This is more up your alley.
Oh, yes. Resident Evil 9 is a fantastic game. More of 9 is not going to be a bad thing.
Selling like gangbusters, 6 million plus. And I think those numbers are going to keep going, especially if another reprint of the SKU.
Oh, yeah.
Next up in news, Gaming Copilot coming to current gen Xbox consoles in 2026. Awesome. This comes from Sophie McAvoy at GameIndustry.biz. Microsoft's Gaming Copilot AI assistant will be available later this year on current-gen Xbox consoles. At last week's GDC Festival of Gaming, Xbox product manager for gaming AI Sonali Yadav said Gaming Copilot will, quote, come to more services that players are playing, end quote. The program launched in beta last year and on the PC Mobile and ROG Ally. It was added to Minecraft when it was revealed in 2024. Last month, new Microsoft Gaming CEO Asha Sharma pledged there would be no bad quote, no bad AI, end quote, at Xbox during her tenure. In an internal memo, she said the platform holder will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop, end quote. y'all see that? Speaking of Resident Evil 9, y'all see that DLSS stuff with the weird AI faces? Sharma and Xbox CCO Matt Booty also clarified the firm is facing, quote, no pressure from Microsoft to use AI. Quote, our teams are free to use any technologies that might be beneficial, whether it's helping write code or check for bugs, things more in the production pipeline, said Booty. At the end of the day, as Aisha said, we're committed to art made by people. Technology is only in support of that. There was a whole bit. Did you guys watch the Oscar Awards, the Academy Awards last night? Or see some of the news and stuff?
No, I didn't get to.
There was a really good bit. Will Arnett made a whole thing, a splash about art and people making the art and don't let it be AI and all that sort of stuff. So that was pretty good. It got thunderous applause at the time. He was up there with the guy from Magic Mike, Channing Tatum. Did Channing Tatum play Batman in something? Because they were both joking about being voice actors. Maybe it was just a voice actor bit. It wasn't a Batman thing. Yeah, they both said they were looking for work, and they said back to voice acting at the same time. I was like, that's actually pretty good. Oh, they were funny up there. That's it. That's it from that story. They
showed a Copilot working and talked about it, just almost kind of like the game help in PS5, where you can. I saw somebody actually do it on their PC where they were playing, I think it was like Ninja Gaiden Black, and they were like at the bottom of the stairs, and they're like, what's up these stairs? And it tells them, if you go up here, it starts a boss fight. You can also backtrack and get these items and yada, yada, yada. They said something about it helping cool. with... Yeah,
I looked
go ahead.
Before I forget, he was in the Lego movie. He played Superman in a Lego movie, while the other one played Batman.
Gotcha. That's the connection.
I didn't know that.
That was a head scratcher to me because I was like, Channing Tatum, what the hell is he talking about? That's good though.
Yeah, I knew Will Arnett played Batman in the Lego.
He's good in that universe. I didn't either. That's why they joking about going back to voice acting. We'll always have voice acting roles. It was funny.
They also talked about Copilot, I guess, like suggesting you games based on what you've played or what you do play. So I don't know. As long as it doesn't bog down the system, right?
Yeah, and I kind of like it if it's an integration with like. It almost feels like Smart Glass in a certain way, but more intuitive. If you can ask something like, "Where do I go here?" or which, if it's prepping you for a boss or something like that. I could see a nice integration with that, but we know with AI, you kind of have to wade through the results and figure out what it's actually doing. Do you trust what it's going to come up with? If it's not a tried and true, let's say you're playing something new, right? You guys are playing Resident Evil 9. That's different getting an AI prompt for a brand new title versus how do I beat this boss in Final Fantasy VII for PlayStation 1, right? There's 30 years of facts for that and content and guides and everything else. So it's going to be interesting to see how that stuff gets integrated. Friend of the show, Charles, is here. He says, hello, 3 bearded people.
What's up, Charles?
Charles,
off of his latest podcast.
It was a good episode. We saw.
It was a very good episode.
Yeah, appreciate you coming to our lowly show after your newfound celebrity. We're not worthy. You were a really good interview. It was a lot of fun to watch. So we appreciate you putting it out there for us. Yeah.
Freaking natural.
I tried to feed some fodder to the host there in the chat. He kind of brought up some of my points here and there. But that was a great discussion. It was a lot of fun. All right, that's the Copilot bit in the Xbox consoles. Epic is increasing the price of Fortnite V-Bucks. Bad news, Cesar. This is from Chris Scullion at VGC Video Games Chronicle.
All that money is spent into that economy.
Starting March 19th, the company will be offering fewer V-Bucks in each paid pack and will also be adjusting the prices of its in-game passes and Fortnite crew rewards accordingly. The
Not
new
my
values.
Bitcoin. You're taking away my Bitcoin. No.
Do we even $9
so the
now
biggest,
gets you? Yeah, we could. This is like Microsoft points, right?
So the biggest thing is they were very blatant and upfront about it. They just said the cost of running Fortnite has gone up a lot, and we're raising the prices to help pay the bills.
You're making money hand over fist. Is it really gotten that bad?
Well, I know we were talking about
guitar version of it. Got to pay for the music.
Right. But we were talking last week about the cost of how like Sony didn't really take into account all of these live service game pushes and the cost of constantly upkeeping them and updating and all of this. And this goes to show, I mean, at least partly, it's even hitting Fortnite, which they've got a good number of people. And I mean, like, they're raising the prices on everything, but you scroll down in the article and it says last month Epic Games announced that PC players spent $1.6 billion on the Epic Game Store last year. It's estimated Epic Games generated $6.21 billion in gross revenue last year overall.
It's almost gigawatts, man. You almost had it there.
1.21.
Very close. My favorite number.
If I switch some of these numbers around, great Scott.
Like
some gigawatts.
The actor,
like that. It's like that tweet I saw on Threads where they were talking about Vigo from Ghostbusters 2 finally got an Oscar, and I was like, this is pretty good. I like that.
Hey, Best Supporting Actress went to the wife from Field of Dreams, Amy Madigan, one of my all-time favorites.
She was good in Weapons, man. She was great in Weapons.
I need to see Weapons still. I got Weapons and Sinners sitting over there to watch.
And what's crazy, she's probably
Weapons
only like
great.
30 minutes in that movie, man. And it's like her part she killed, man.
And pulled down the award based off of that. It's pretty awesome. So we alluded to it. I did a very poor job of that because friend of the show Charles has been supporting our show from the very beginning, and always I've got some great caricature art that he drew of us. Maybe it's not flattering, but it's great caricature artwork. He was on the Space Corps podcast this past week talking about his appearances on Scary Movie 6 and the work he does on the Excalibur masks, if that's one of your jams. He has an Etsy shop where you can get one of these. And it was a really good show. He talks about his appearance on Stranger Things this past season, and it just flew by. Like I wanted to just kind of pop in and give him some numbers and throw some comments out here and there. I ended up watching the whole interview. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. So definitely go check that out. Space Corps podcast, and that was from 2 days ago. If you just look under that Space Corps podcast, you'll find Charles's episode, and it was really good and well worth your time and listen and watch. He and the host are both a lot of fun. So they talk about fun moments from horror shows and cool pieces that they have in their collections, and
a lot of Leatherface in that episode.
Yeah,
and Pumpkinhead. I like seeing the Pumpkinhead figure Charles has in the back, and he tells a great story about how he acquired it. So you don't even have to be into horror. Like, I'm not a huge horror person, but just the cool collections that they discuss and people that they've met and places they went to meet these people and find these pieces. It's just, I mean, we're collectors too. So it's half of the joy is like meeting people and having the story behind the stuff that you find. So definitely go check that out. PlayStation Plus game catalog update. What are we getting? One of these games we all need to play together. Hey, Thinking Inside the Box is here. Hey, the trio is back. That's right, Box. Thanks for popping back in. We need to talk 360 still. I've maybe roped in at least one of our other co-hosts into the madness. I imagine SR might be in as well when we start fussing, cussing, and discussing. Yep. He's backpedaling his wares.
Are we bringing back Zoids for 360? Can I play it again? Is it happening?
Is it on the Metacritic?
Yeah, how high was it? Box, how high was the Zoids game on 360 on Metacritic? Or the Yaris game? Can we play the Yaris game? Is that preserved forever? Hey, so
man. What you're telling me is no Sneak King?
You have a copy of Sneak King. That's easily obtainable. Man, I had to buy those cheap-ass experiences when I first got my 360. It was like, I can't get these full-price $60 games. I gotta play these one-off small titles. I had the Doritos game with the... All right, Box says he's got two versions.
Crash Course. Love it.
Zoids. Yaris game is preserved. Excellent. We can play the Yaris game. Oh boy. This comes from the PlayStation blog from Adam Michel. PlayStation Plus game catalog for March update. This is extra and premium in the game catalog. You're going to get Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 for PS5. This is the Gears of War like, and the campaign, if I remember right, is specifically 3 players. So that maybe is something the 3 of us can stream and knock out.
Finally.
At last.
Yes.
Cesar's, of course, celebrating EA Sports Madden NFL 26 coming to the service.
You know me, man. I love me some motherfucking Madden.
I kind of want to play this one. Every time the Switch game drops, I'm like...
I will play... Oh, I'll play the arcade mode. I'll play arcade mode.
All right, we give that a go, maybe.
Which one had the arcade mode? Is the arcade mode on like every version now?
I don't... The last time I can't even tell you the last time I played it.
I have PlayStation Plus. I'll download it. I'll find out. I'll try it.
Yeah, we all do. We have access to this tier. We can give it a go.
That's fine. I'll do it.
I imagine it's coming to Game Pass as well with the season over. Also coming to the service is Persona 5 Royal for PS5 and PS4. And PS5 Royal Ultimate Edition for PS4. What's that?
Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese, which gets you the DLC pack on PS4. What's different about that one, Cesar? Do you know? I mean, it says here, but is there a reason you jumped on the... I mean, the PS5 one would be the one, as well as the Persona 5 Royal Battle Bundle and the Persona 5 Royal Persona Bundle.
We don't talk about Persona 5, man. There's like so many different versions of it, man. You have a seizure just trying to figure it out.
That's why I'm confused. Are you good playing Persona 5 Royal for PS5, or do you need to drop back?
Be the complete version should be, but then I promise you, there's some random DLC you probably still have to buy to include in there. So
the Ultimate Edition.
It's all fever dream, man. And once you acquire all pieces of the puzzle of Persona 5 Royale, you wake up from that dream and you beat the game.
Damn. I mean, there's a SKU of Persona 5 that's on PS3, right? That was the lead console for design back in the day.
I think I bought that one, yeah.
I have one sitting around too.
Yeah.
Brant does too. Brant's nodding. Next up is
I own multiple versions of Persona 5. It's bad. I can't do this.
At least you spent a lot of hours in it. I have 0 hours in any Persona 5.
I put 120 something hours into it.
Significant investment.
It's like my new Metal Gear Solid. Every time I see Persona 5 on a different console, I'm like, oh, I should buy
Persona 5.
Persona 5.
He's right about Metal Gear Solid. Shenmue's the same way. If I found Shenmue, I was buying a copy.
I got multiple copies of Shenmue as well. I'm like, oh, Shenmue.
Redundant Shenmue. Next up is a Brant game, Blasphemous 2. Followed by Metal Eden for PS5.
Metal Eden's a good time. I recommend that highly. It's a good first person.
That one's good.
It's like it's kind of like Doomish. It's like you slide around and it's a good time, especially if you have that service to download it.
Like arena style, bouncing around shooting people.
No. It's like a first-person shooter that has like a story and everything.
Thinking inside the box says closest I've gotten to Persona was Catherine. Does that count, Cesar? Does that count in the Persona lore?
Catherine's also a good game. Yeah.
I mean, they have Persona characters in there.
And block pushing and pulling.
That one surprised me, man, because I think I hit the wall on like the second level where is puzzle based and you have to like pull these blocks, escape the demons, and
you're in underwear.
I just kept dying. And then one day I woke up at like 1 a.m. and started playing it, and it just clicked, and then I beat the rest of the game. The story's good, man.
Catherine's good.
I have not played the new one where they added the third girl or
the third Catherine.
I did. I went through the.
You played that one, Brant?
Before it got ported to like everything else, I wanted a portable version, and I got the PS.
I got that one, yeah. That one never came out in America, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got it for PS Vita. Downloaded an English patch and played through the whole game.
Damn.
And then like not even a month or two later,
it came here.
The Switch one dropped. I'm like, all right, and then I bought it for Switch as well. So
I bought multiple copies.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Next up on the PlayStation Plus catalog updates, a game for friend of the show Mark's Knight. I think I tried this one out on Steam Deck a year or so ago. Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria. Kind of a base building mining simulator. Astroneer, Do we need to try out Astroneer?
Seems like it's deja vu. Seems like we talked about this before.
Was Astroneer was that a Vinny and have we talked about it for real? Is this a bit?
I don't know, man. It just all these games run together nowadays.
Yeah,
so.
Possibly.
I'm confused. I'm also confusing it with that Galactic.
I feel like every time we see something that's multiplayer come out, we always introduce this in our ecosystem, and just whether or not we purchase it or not is just we simulated so many times buying games for each other and have yet to participate in a Steam Deck off like we did on the Repo. And
we need to get back in there. Repo was a good time. We need to get back in there.
I mean, they updated it several times. I mean, it's a completely different game now. So
it might be. Deep Rock Galactic. That's what I was thinking of. Vinny and Alex. I think I saw Vinny and Alex play Astroneer on Giant Bomb back in the day. If that's been around that long. PlayStation Plus Premium. You get one title for that top tier, as well as added benefits such as cloud streaming straight to your PlayStation Portal. That title is Tekken Dark Resurrection for PS5. Excuse me, PS5 and PS4. They showed a good
title, but I'm played shit ton of Dark Resurrection.
Yeah, it's a really good game.
It's a great game. I'm so disappointed that we went from getting at least 3-4 titles, and then they added like VR titles, and then now they do one classic title every month. It's like, man.
Yeah, slim pickings.
In this gaming economy, come on, man. You can't afford to put out classics like that.
Who wants to play those old games, right?
Ooh, I thought we were going to turn the page on that one.
And also our team at Implicit Conversions, who handles all that for Sony, has been busy too. I mean, they've released Fear Effect 1 and 2, and the Miniko's Shift work, and they've done a lot of stuff outside of being forced to be on PlayStation only. So
yeah. Did they do any with the GOG preservation program? Have they done any GOG publishing stuff?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Or at least, a lot of their contracts they can't talk about, like per that interview. So we never know.
Yeah, that was a really good interview. That's like the most inside baseball I feel like we've gotten in a long time for that sort of stuff.
Speaking of Sega Saturn baseball, I sent you that one where that guy can never catch the ball. So
was that a Saturn game? It looked really good for Saturn.
But no auto catch. I was laughing the whole time.
Do you know what game that is? I looked through the comments, but I couldn't read anything. Do you know exactly what game that is? I would fucking play the hell out of it.
I have to look again. Yeah, I don't think it came out in America because it was Japan Pro League. So
yeah. You got to send Brant that clip. It's pretty fantastic.
Japan loves them some baseball.
They do, and this game looks amazing. Brant, you know how just in a sports game, like you hit a button and it goes to either the next player, receiver, or whatever. It seemed like there was no auto catch. So they would make the throw. It's going the right way, right? Like they're trying to throw to first base and the first baseman just like doesn't even pick it up. The ball just keeps rolling and he's raging the whole time. It's fantastic. It's like the players just don't even respond to stuff that he's doing in the game. It's amazing. It's such a good clip.
The ball.
And it looks good. It looks like an actual good baseball game too, but the people are not helping him on defense in any capacity. It's just doing nothing. You hear him raging like, why is this happening? Oh man, that's good. I thought that was PlayStation. I got to be honest. I thought that was either PS1 or N64. I was like, this is a good looking baseball game. I'll play the shit out of this.
Japan let them some Saturn, man. So
they did.
Big Saturn fans over there.
And my guess is a Japanese Saturn baseball game is wildly inexpensive to import if we can find out what title.
More than likely.
Yeah.
I'll look through there real quick, yeah.
Yeah, we need to track that one down. That'd be worthy. All right, you guys take the Simpsons one. This is all y'all.
Last and certainly not least.
It definitely is not least.
So there was like a little interview with the Simpsons hit and run writer, Matt Selman, who had 3 words for anyone hoping for the update on a revival, and he said, never say never. And I know we talked a lot in the pre-show, and Cesar brought up the fact that a few years ago he was asked the same question and kind of went, I don't know, but basically too much. There's too much in limbo. The rights holders and all this, it's a nightmare. It probably won't happen. Now he's kind of changed his tune. So he was a showrunner on The Simpsons as well as a writer for Hit and Run. He tells people while speaking about the show's 800th episode, I'm 1,000 years old, and I was in my mid to late 20s and helped write Simpsons Hit and Run and had no idea it would become a cult game, a cult success. Of all the games, of 1,000 Simpsons games, that one. Of course, it's so long ago. I remember being in a meeting with whoever made it, and Grand Theft Auto 3 had just come out. And so we were like, it has to be the Simpsons version of that.
And a lot of games were at that time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like a la Jak and Daxter 2. And then he goes on to talking about how they wanted to make sure you could get in and out of the cars and how that was kind of like an internal fight that they eventually won. And let me scroll down here. But yeah, they say nothing is certain and about the potential revivals. Nothing is set in stone. But my quote about Hit and Run would be never say never.
Yeah.
Because we know a lot of people love it. We know they want it. So that's good. If we know people want it, never say never.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. We did it. Brant did it. It could happen.
I know we talked about it, and especially now that he's saying that, since we talked about the announcement of New Radical, the people that kind of were behind the development of the Simpsons game, now coming back. So I don't know. I feel like it's all but confirmed at this point that there's either, what would make sense would be a remake, remaster,
right,
and then a possible sequel. But obviously, if you want to gauge your audience and see how much people are hungry for this stuff, a remake, remaster would be the easiest way to do so.
Would you think this would fall under something like a collection, like a Simpsons collection, or is this going to be a one-off by itself? How do you think they end up being able to pull this off?
Ooh, I would say that it
like the carbon
would have to be like a
engine
one-off.
You think so?
Yeah, I because you start talking about those other games. Yeah, 20th Century Fox was technically behind those, but they were developed by all sorts of different studios.
Yeah.
Was published by Vivendi Universal right before EA got the license.
Mm-hmm.
So then, Activision owns Vivendi Universal. So
yeah,
they ended up publishing the Simpsons movie game, right?
Now, The Simpsons. What's funny is in that article, he stated that even though he helped create Hit and Run, he said the Simpsons movie game is his favorite Simpsons game. He said that's like,
which is really good.
He said it was true to the form to the show. Like,
yeah. I know several writers from The Simpsons worked on that game as well. So
my kids love that Simpsons PS3 game.
No, Richard, I was wrong. That game is PlayStation.
It looked to me like PlayStation 3D. It looked better than what the Saturn.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Sega Saturn people go off in the chat. That's fine.
It is what it is. I'll take that. That's on me.
The PlayStation was a stronger 3D machine. I was going to be super impressed.
Here's a US seller. This is the cheapest it got. So if you're going to get it, this is probably your best bet, because I checked Amazon Japan and it's probably 3 times that.
Whoa! How much is it? Tell me. You got to tell me.
$12.50.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Oh, I'm sure you can find a way to put it onto the Steam Deck.
There's probably also a way to do
after
that.
we buy that $12 copy and preserve it.
No, officer, I have a physical copy of that.
That'll show it.
Interestingly, that's still not enough to cover you, so it's kind of bizarre how copyright stuff here works and access to these backups. Yeah, it's not enough. The last bit with this, he said thousands of Simpsons games. There's not that many good Simpsons games. They were for a long time.
There's a handful.
Yeah, it's not a lot. Yes, there's a lot of Simpsons games. There's not a lot of good Simpsons games. So, but again, people might be nostalgic. Cesar's talked about before, like you get a garbage game and you're just playing it because it's all you got, and you go to town.
A shit ton of Bill and Ted. I know it's a shitty game, but I played a shit ton of Bill and Ted. I thought Bill and Ted on NES was a shitty game. Then I played the Game Boy one, and I was like, man, I would have been pissed if I had that one. That game sucks.
It's that much of a downgrade?
It is bad.
Damn. Not worth being on the collection for preservation standpoint and historical context, but
sure, yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool thing to have, but I don't know if it's something that you crack out when your friends come over. Like, hey, Bill and Ted.
Gotta try Bill and Ted.
This one,
Game Boy.
Let's fucking go. I
played
got
a lot of new banger.
Game Boy. That was a good one. All the NES ones were not that fun, but.
That started to be like, here's a crazy cool license that you love, and now it's a video game, so you should probably grab this. And we started getting fooled over and over. There's been some winners. I'm not going to pick on licensed games. Let's go into games played. Cesar, do you want to kick us off? I think you got a couple things to catch us up on.
I mean, there's not much. I mean, I've started and I beat Resident Evil Requiem.
Yes.
I'm about halfway through it on the Switch, maybe. Switch 2.
Okay. Because you were doing like comparisons. You were telling us like some differences in the two.
I mean, it's a comparable ass game on the Switch 2. It looks great, runs great.
Wild.
It's very impressive. I mean, I think you can still get that same performance if you have a Steam Deck, but I mean, I still gravitate to that Switch 2 because I just pop it in and it works type of situation.
Yeah.
The only unfortunate thing is that it stinks that it is a game key card. And it's 32 gigs. They could technically fit it on one, which is amazing how they compress that much of that game because I think it's like 100 gigs on the PS5 if I'm not mistaken. What was it on PS5?
Oh my god, that's like Resident Evil 2 for the N64 type compression.
It's half of it on the PS5 is 60 gigs. So.
Okay. So. Does that speak more to like the Switch 2 capabilities or Capcom being just scalable wizards with that engine?
I mean, it might have been just. It runs pretty well, man. The only thing I know that looks off is just the hair. I mean, the hair physics on there are a little bit different, but it's not anything that's like. I know me and Richard's talked about that with like Claire Obscure 33. You know, like sometimes that hair physics on there is like when you do it on the Steam Deck, it's like. I mean, I don't think that game is like the most beautiful game in the world. I mean, it does have an aesthetic for it being an Unreal Engine,
right?
But it's just, it seems like it's just more problematic when you run it on like a ROG Ally or a Steam Deck. I haven't tried it on a ROG Ally Xbox, so that might play differently, especially since they've got their own AI upscaler coming out pretty soon on there, which might help it. It's supposed to fill in the gaps.
There's just something about it, like when. What we're talking about is like you can tell like I don't want to play this game this is not the way this game's meant to be played, and the hair physics and stuff is different than remember the Triss FX. Remember when Tomb Raider Definitive Edition came out on PS4 versus PS3? Yeah, you could look at like how the hair moved and stuff, but it didn't take away from that. Like that PS3 game was still a really solid way to play that title, or 360 versus Xbox One. But that was just kind of like some breakdowns of that. But
it's like you said,
33 just looks different.
For whatever reason, it's very distracting to me. I don't know why. Most games don't really bother me that much because I usually just get absorbed in the game and I just adjust to it. But like for whatever reason, I never get over it. It's just so distracting to me. I don't know why.
I'm with you on that. It's on that title too. That one drives me crazy. I'm like, man, I want to get this Steam copy so cheap, but I know this is not the way to play this game. It's just not. But other games, it's unaffected. So this is not in that category. Resident Evil 9 is definitely a good Switch 2 conversion.
It plays pretty well. Yeah, it does. I've played it on docked. I played it on docked. It's very, very comparable. I showed it around people in my work, and they were very impressed on how it runs on that tiny Switch 2.
That's awesome.
Easy to grab on there. Outside of the game, I mean, I've always been a fan of 7 and 8, and you know, when you play Grace's part, it's the first person perspective in the first half, which is kind of like a recreation of like a little bit like the mansion and the police station where you have to do the exploration, puzzle solving, and hers is mostly not too much on the combat focus. It's mostly puzzle based, I guess is the way on there. I mean, because it gets very difficult later on in the game when you encounter a certain enemy. That like it's a bullet sponge with her. Like I sat there and pulled a whole clip into it, and then it went and killed me. And it's like, yeah, you should probably not fight these guys directly. And I was like,
sure.
And I was like, but and after that, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna run around these guys. Outside of the visible guys that carry the racks that hold the fluids, where they go based off sound. They're like the velociraptors, and I usually just throw canisters at the other zombies, and they go up there and just beat the shit out of them. So I was like, oh, these things are immortal. They kill everything.
You could turn them. You could turn them against the other ones, the other enemies. That's good.
Yeah, I think that you get an achievement or a trophy called internal disputes when you do that. So, which is pretty funny. I got that on there. It was good on there. So, and then it flips back and forth between Grace and Leon. Leon's aspect is more along the lines of the Resident Evil 4 remake. So. He plays more of a disgruntled guy. He's been doing it all his life because he's in his mid 40s, almost late 40s now in this game.
I think he's in actually early 50s in this game.
Around there. Yeah. So he's been doing it for a while, and he has that old like every time he does something, it's like a one-liner. Yeah, like, oh yeah, felt that.
Still makes the cheesy jokes.
Yeah. He's the whole thing. He's on there. Got my cardio for the day.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Basically. And it does a pretty good job of splicing it. So like you play Grace, you play Leon, and then it starts to shorten out there. Play Leon for a little bit, Grace, Leon for Grace, and it kind of gives a bit of a variety to the gameplay. So I mean, but if you're somebody who prefers the new style versus and the old style, I mean that can be kind of disorienting. So I mean, you have to go in there knowing like, all right, I'm going to go bounce back and forth between the two, even though you can go in the settings and kind of lock it up and change them to first and third person, depending on there if you prefer to go that route. But Leon, like I said, he plays like the gruff warrior, so like he doesn't really have an issue with anything in that game. So like he can pretty much power through anything. So he doesn't have like that. I think there was only one time where I couldn't. I had to do the Richard stealth moments where like they sent these special ops people, and I thought I could just run up to them and fight them, and they put so many rounds of machine gun ammo into me, and I died instantly. It was like, yeah, you can't do that with these guys. You have to sneak around. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all right. So many times I did that. And it's like, all right, you know what? That's enough for tonight. I'm gonna try. I'll try it again tomorrow. So, but I mean, I've enjoyed my time. There is at the very end, there's a kind of like a little story bit that leads on into what could happen next. Whatever they would call Resident Evil 10. So there's still some more to the story of whatever they're trying to do. And so it just kind of go in there, and it just kind of.
They sold 6 million copies in like 8 days. Yeah. Even if that wasn't in the end, they would have been like, "Hey, we got to figure something out."
I mean, Brant may know, but I told Renee, and he figured it out. It's like there's a character in here where they kind of like, how's this fucker still alive? And I was like, one of these Resident Evil games, it's like they're gonna retcon that Resident Evil game a little bit because this fucker's still alive, and I'm like, how the fuck is he still alive?
No.
So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And then Renee figured it out immediately. But
I'm pretty sure I know.
Does his name rhyme with Pesker?
There you go. I told Renee, it's like this dude fell in the lava and got rockets launched at him, and it's like, what is he doing here? But I was like, but neither here or there. But there's more to that story than what it is, so I'll leave it at that. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't gotten that far. So, but yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed my time with it. It's pretty good. And like I said, if you wanted to play it on Switch 2, I haven't tried the Steam Deck one. I don't have a PC version of it. But it's a very comparable experience on Switch 2. I would imagine the Steam Deck one is very similar. So outside of maybe just tinkered a little bit more, but that RE engine is does a pretty good job. I was very hesitant on playing on Steam Deck anyways because I remember when they had Monster Hunter Wilds, that game runs like booty hole on Steam Deck, and it uses that same RE engine. So, but there was a lot of memory bleed in that game also.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't know if I would jump on the PC one, but I haven't heard anything overly negative to it. So, but
friend of the show, Charles says he won't play a game with bad hair. How's Leon's hair? We heard about Grace's. Leon's hair looks pretty solid in there. Immaculate hair.
I mean, it's not this jarring where I have to sit there and like, oh, I'm staring at the hair as I get my ass beat. I was like, oh, I can't get past the hair. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, because you got to know I'm playing on PS5 Pro and it has the new PSSR on there, and it looks pretty good, especially with the ray tracing enabled. And then I think it's still comparable on the Switch.
Wow,
on there. So,
that is telling.
It's fine. It's fine. It gets the job done. It's very impressive.
All right, so. we gotta let Box know when you're not talking Resident Evil in the chat, so he can come back. He said fingers in both ears, both ears plugged. Brant's gonna talk about it too.
I've still been playing RE9. I'll do my little spiel here because I'm not gonna give away major story beats, but I did get past this part with Grace where you wind up in this underground part, and then once you're done with that, you're actually able to complete a puzzle and leave the mansion where you're at, like the medical facility. Only you have to do a little extra. You find a dude with a helicopter, you try to escape, that goes south, and then it switches back to Leon, and you have to protect Grace from the wreckage of the helicopter as she is trying to move along.
That part was bullshit too, man.
And Leon immediately just goes, "Oh, hey, cool," and picks up the
what did he say?
Dragonfly.
He's like,
hello old friend, or something
gorgeous.
Like that. Yeah, hello, gorgeous. It picks up the Dragonfly, the sniper rifle, and immediately starts going. So, I failed it once because, like Cesar said, it's kind of bullshit if you're. There's either scope in. Yeah. You either as soon as you look down it, you're scoped in, or you can zoom in. You can't see like all the enemies. There's no indicator where they're coming from or anything. You just kind of gotta look and see. So I failed it once, and then was like, okay, so, and I had to. There's like one big enemy that comes after her that literally like. You have to put 3 or 4 shots in before he finally goes down.
Does it just not feel intuitive, or is it just jarring how it changes up, like pacing wise?
It's just one of those things where it's they did it in RE4, where like you had to protect Ashley.
Oh yeah,
while she was doing stuff.
I hated those sections.
Basically the same.
Okay,
so Grace is like running over here. I
don't think Grace was ever Ashley bad.
No. And then once you do that, she goes into this church, you jump off the roof, action hero style, jump on the ground and immediately like stomp a zombie's head, and then go after Grace and tell her where to go. And then this big hulking new zombie walks in, with like the glowing blisters all over him, so you've got to blow those up before he finally goes down. And you proceed to then run around this church that has caught on fire, and that is as far as I got playing it. I'm still enjoying it. It's a great game.
I haven't heard anything negative about it except that people can't find it. That's it.
Leon's sections are so much fun.
It's a good balance between the two. I like it. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I love Grace's...
I love that first-person perspective so much.
Oh, yeah. I like running through Grace's stuff because it's, just the old school. You're deciding whether to sneak around or, you have to strategic, because just like the old games, I mean, some of these zombies, they may go down, but they some of them get back up and come back a little bit stronger. So
those stupid blister heads, I hate those blister
heads.
Oh
god, those things suck.
They get knocked down.
Yes, you can tell.
As friend of the show, again. Renee had told me, he said he got pissed when he got the blister heads, and he's like I was wondering why I was walking around and they wanted me to explode dead zombies' bodies, and now I know why. And I was like,
yep. So you kind of have to strategically be like, should I do this? Should I not? So
the thing I've been thinking about since you guys were talking about the play styles and all that was it, and they both seem to be fun, and you have to pivot between the two of them in your mind and how you execute. Does it work well with the pacing? Like, is it laid out the right way, pacing wise, where you never get tired or too used to accustomed to one or the the Yeah.
I mean, Leon's is, like I said, is more the RE4 remake, and it's action. It's fast paced, and then Graces is more of a pullback, and they want you to go a little bit slower. You know, and it doesn't really, it's not very intuitive to rush through her segments because you'll have this huge honking zombie coming out of a hallway right in front of you, and if you run forward, not be careful, unless you're like that fucking unicorn thing that I saw in the end of the hallway, and I kept thinking it was something. It's like, I know you're going to be something, and it's just that fucking unicorn just blocking the door.
The beginning, yeah.
It does nothing. It does nothing. It's just there just to piss me off because every time I look, it's like, oh, something's there, and it's just that damn unicorn thing. I was like,
yeah,
just an environmental get in your headspace type thing.
It's just a part of the environment. It's just blocking the doorway for something that never interacts with it. It's just there. Like if you look from far away, it looks like some kind of monster. It's just a damn unicorn from like a merry-go-round just sitting there blocking the doorway.
Or the front of a ship, like a hood ornament.
Yeah, I'm over there walking slowly, and I was like, this thing doesn't even move. I was like, what?
Psyched out.
For no reason.
That's part of the fun, right?
Outside of that, I played a little, dab a little bit of the marathon here and there. Enjoyed my time with it so far with the evac on there. It's when I can actually find a game in the beginner levels because, like I said, there's not that many people really playing on the beginner stuff. But
most people are past that point.
Think so. I mean, depending on the maps, because depending on which maps you go on there, they get a little bit bigger, and you have to search for games. So I noticed on the beginner ones, it does take a while, but it's that whole what's it called? A blueprint of you just going around and looting stuff and looting stuff,
extraction,
and then extracting.
Yeah.
But it's like this game is very unforgiving with some of the when you get into the battles, man. These bots are like way too fucking good even on beginner, man. I was like, it could be tough, especially if you go it alone. It'd be tough. I mean, there's so many times I have to pull like teammates in there, and we have to pull each other and bring each other back to life.
I mean, the tutorial was tough. The tutorial was tough like that.
It's still tough with a team.
Damn,
it's still tough. So, like I said, but I think that's what makes it enjoyable to me. So, it's not really that easy. Outside of that, the other game I've been playing is Fatal Frame 2 Remake.
Okay.
Got
Crimson Butterfly.
Chapter 3, where it's like you start out these twins, Miyu and Mayu, who get lost in the forest, and they end up coming up to a village that disappears. Essentially, it's a long lost village, and one of the twins has hurt her knee. Like they showed a video segment, like when they were kids, she fell down and broke her knee, and like now she's just got a bandage up on there. And there was like, hey, they travel into this village, and this beginning tutorial part gives you the obscure camera, and kind of goes into the whole spiel about how the attack goes and different types of film and whatnot, and then the twin that's hurt kind of just walks off. She gets called off further into the village and disappears. So Mio's trying to look for it. And so she gets into this Crimson Butterfly, like you said, leads her to this kid who's captured. And he kind of goes into this whole spiel about like this village tends to sacrifice and kill twins. And, they kind of lose that he's a twin himself. And so he said, yeah, just come back and if you need any help. And so now I'm like kind of just going through and following this Crimson Butterfly and trying to find her sister. And this is like maybe the first 2 hours into the game. So, and as you go through, you kind of pick up these journals from different people who have discovered this village and died in it and disappeared. I know this remake's very controversial because I think it plays very differently than the PS2 version. So I know a lot of people said when they go into that first house, it's like nothing like the PS2 one, and it turns them off. Like apparently, if you're a big fan of the original PS2 one or the Xbox one, it's like some people's like I've sat there and seen people on social media like, man, I know that first house like the back of my hand, and it's like they were like it's so different how it plays out and everything. There's like they just don't like it. And so, but then again, I like this is the same game. I don't think they really changed much when this came out in the Wii in Japan. So this is just the first time it's reached out over here.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's never left Japan. So
this is more of a reimagining than a remake, or more of a remake than a remaster. It's definitely not a remaster, right?
Yeah, apparently I've never really got far in the first one, the original one, so I can't really say for certain. But
I have the first two on Xbox, but I've never played either one of those either.
Same,
so they ported that to Wii back in the day?
So that Project 02 was made to Wii, and then they ported it to Wii U.
Interesting.
We never got it, and then this is the remake we got. I think this is when Nintendo gave their blessing. It was like that whole Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta 3 situation where these games and these last two Fatal Frames before that, the newer ones, Lunar Eclipse and the other one, were never going to get made without Nintendo funding it. And so Nintendo both gave their blessing, like, yeah, you can put this on everything, remake it. And it's kind of like the Bayonetta 2 and 3. So or like they would need Nintendo to give their blessing for those to go on other consoles because they pretty much funded those. So, but yeah, this is the first time we got the remake, and I mean they haven't made a Fatal Frame, a new one, in a long time. So hopefully these 3 they re-released do well, and then we can get a new one.
But when was the last new one? Was that the 3DS one?
The Wii U one. The one that I think they've released. I think it might have been the Lunar one, and they released it episodically. It might have been the Maiden one, and it was episodically in America. They never came out with a physical copy, and then they released it like in episode chunks, which was weird over here.
But all the new ones are on Steam, at least.
Yeah, Steam, Switch, PS5, PS4, and Xbox Series consoles, if I'm not mistaken. So it's the same thing on this one. Fatal Frame 2, it's like, for whatever reason, it's sold out on Amazon for Xbox physical copy, and I think it's like $100, $110 right now. So I don't know why it shot up, but I think somebody third party's like cooking it up there now. Like it went out of stock, and I hadn't seen it in there because I was watching, and I was like, damn, this game's already expensive on Xbox. But yeah, I played it. Like I said, I played a little bit of that, and that's where I'm at right now. I have not jumped into the Pokemon hole with Brent and Buishi yet, so I mean it's there. I downloaded the Japanese one, I downloaded the American one. I haven't had time to start it yet, so Resident Evil was taking my life, and then I just started playing Fatal Frame for whatever reason because I was like, I'm just gonna keep playing horror games.
Survival horror kick, yeah.
Let's go. Hopefully by the time I'm done with that, another survival horror game will come out.
Whatever you're in the mood for, right?
Yep.
So the next Resident Evil should be a remake. According to their like back and forth, right? Is this the rumored like 0 or Code Veronica or something?
Supposed to be Code Veronica, then 0, then 10.
Okay.
Remember, 2 remakes and then the new one. 2 remakes and a new one.
It's 2 remakes and then the new one. I got you.
Yeah. Okay. That's how they do it. 2 remakes and a new one.
They're doing a good job with it, and they're multi-platform. I would like to see how those sales break down on the 6 million copies. I would be dying to know.
I think they've been leaning more. They're leaning more and more towards PC heavy. I think it's almost 50% or more on PC. So it's slowly going up as PC's main. I think that's why Capcom moved to PC's main console. So main platform and port to everything else from there. All right, that's it for me though.
Port from PC. I'll be brief so I can hand it over to Brent. I started Control Ultimate Edition. That's our OU apology. I know Remedy's one of your favorite studios.
I love every Remedy game ever made. God bless.
I'm like 2 hours into this. Basically, I've had 2 sessions of Control, and I ran the battery down both times on Steam Deck. So I had to put the Steam Deck on charge, and then I came back to it and ran it down again. So I think that's a pretty good sign. You play as Jessie Faden, who is looking for her little brother in the Federal Bureau of Control, which is also called the Old House. The house is constantly shifting and moving around. There's an enemy that has evaded the old house called the Hiss, and they've kind of like taken over the bodies of people who were there before. But there's all sorts of like, this sounds like just kind of a generic, I don't know, an X-Files episode, but it actually is an X-Files episode is what it feels like. Mm-hmm. When she got there was another director, but he becomes indisposed, and she becomes the director. And with the directorship comes the possession of a gun. It has a name, and I can't remember it.
Richard, we call it He Graduated from Life.
He did graduate from life. But he's like still talking to her nonstop. So there's these it's not a cutscene because you're still walking around, but he's like overlaid on the screen, and there's just all sorts of crazy shit. It's very Kojima-esque. It's very X-Files-esque. It's a Metroidvania, Brant. This might be. Have you ever played Control, Brant?
I have not.
Okay, this is a Brant game.
I know Cesar's talked it up, and I love it.
It's amazing. It's so good.
I'd say I think I own it on PS5. So,
and it plays fantastically on Steam. I tweaked a few settings, and it's phenomenal on there. What is the name of that gun? The gun has a special name, but everything has a special name. But basically, these like everyday objects have supernatural elements attached to them. Like I went after a floppy disk. It was like a floppy disk with Soviet nuclear codes on it, but it gave me the possession to pick up blocks and throw them at people. And then I just got a rotary phone, which is called the Hotline, which lets you talk to the board of directors that speak to the director, and I'm the director. So it's just crazy, and it just goes. And she's seeing like flashes, like there's these visions, almost like remember the Halo 3 levels where Master Chief is seeing Cortana like talking to him, and you slow down all of a sudden, and there's that storytelling element.
Yeah. That whole bit is like they're getting you to get objects of power.
Objects of power. That's it. And there's lore everywhere. There's all sorts of redacted documents where you're trying to put the story together. There's sound bites. There's CRTs you find and turn on, and then you get like this video that plays on the CRT, and all this stuff files away in your dossier or whatever it is. So you can go into a menu and look at all this stuff. Combat's pretty basic, like a third person type element, but I just picked up that ability to like pick stuff up and throw it. So there was a boss that I had to fight with that, and the boss killed me like 4 times. And I almost was like, fuck this. But I had to rethink my strategy. I was kind of being balls to the wall with it, and you have to be a little bit more thoughtful with that. But it's well paced. Jessie has her motives. The people inside the house have their motives. Everything's a mystery. It's like X-Files and third person adventuring, and there's some Metroidvania to it, Brant. You're not getting lost. It's not like Super Metroid, like I just got an item. Let me go figure out where it's at. It's leading me still, but I know there's places that I can backtrack to and all of a sudden go to get upgrades or new lore pieces or stuff like that. But it's really good so far. This past weekend we played some Old Man Halo. Cesar texted me Thursday night, was like, I need some Old Man Halo, and so it was like, fuck it, let's go. And I think we played it Thursday night, the 3 of us. And we had a good time with, that's our Halo Combat Evolved on Xbox with Action Sack. So we play Hellbringers and muskets and all those crazy modes that you've come to hear us talk about over the years. My first match, I got banned. I never loaded into it, and I heard Brant talking, and Brant's like, oh man, we're playing. Where are you at? Or no, it was Cesar. Brant was joining us.
It was just Cesar.
Cesar was in it, and I'm looking at the loading screen like it's not even, the bar's not even made its way across. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I figured I'd just be sitting in a corner, right, getting killed over and over. He's like, you didn't even make it in the game. So I waited, fingers crossed. It's always a gamble with Master Chief Collections. Like, is it going to count it as a boot, or did I quit? What happened here? And then as soon as Brant joined us and I tried to launch a game, I had been banned. So we had to wait like another 5 minutes after that. Then we roped friend of the show, Buish, into some Saturday night Old Man Halo and had a good time with that. And then friends of the show, Uno and Mark's night, got on for Halo Infinite, which when we have, 6 people like that? 5? How many do we have? 3 of us, 4? We had 6 people. We have to do big team battle. And I had an open mind because I didn't loathe big team battle as much as you guys did. I hated every minute of that shit.
Infinite disappointment.
I could not stand it. Oh, I get Cesar's angst with it now, man. It sucked. It was not fun. I don't know what it's missing, but I don't know if we're just that bad or
quality.
It's just not good, right? And we're playing Old Man Halo and laughing our asses off and having a good time and lighting people on fire and throwing grenades and stickies, and it's just a blast, right? Except for some of the jank with the coding and getting booted from the net code and stuff, but I don't know, that big team battle with Infinite, it wasn't there. I really wanted to play.
It's too many people, man. It's just too many people. I mean, if it was like a battle royale, I think it would be more enjoyable. It's just stupid. It's so stupid. So much stupid shit in that.
I can't argue. I'm not even going to try to argue.
Snipe, jump over the left, snipe. I'm like, how does the sniper keep finding me?
It's strange to go from competent in one mode to just complete dog shit in another. It's like, man, this is not fun.
I'm used to that. So,
I mean, old man Halo, we would win 2 or 3. We win the majority of our matches. I would say.
Yeah.
I would say we win probably 60 to 75% of our Master Chief Collection matches. The first guys, remember that first match we loaded into? They destroyed us.
They destroyed us.
It was like 50 to 31 or something. That was
there was that one match with the damn the rockets and the what's that plasma cannon thing, and that was hard fought, but we won that one.
Oh yeah, cannon fodder on.
I
can't remember that map name. Is that one Wizard? Or Hang 'em High? Not Hang 'em High. That's in the Xbox Halo 1. I don't know. That's always a good time. I'm always down for. We might need to keep old man Halo downloaded and updated.
In the rotation, yeah.
It is. It always is, man. It always is.
It always hits. And even if I think I would fire if we dropped all Game Pass and everything. I think I would fire up that low tier Xbox Live and play. I will play some old man Halo. I will keep that up to date for that.
We just all buy PCs.
The 4 of us can switch to PC. We leave Mark's Knight and Uno out if we go that route. But we can't big team battle that one. So, that's it for me though. I'll hand it over to Brant. Bring us home.
All right. I already talked about the RE9. So the only thing that I've played is still a little bit of Pokemon. I talked about. I think last time I had gotten the 4th gym badge, and there was like a little Team Rocket hideout I needed to go through.
Yeah,
I have run through this game. I've already gotten all 8 badges.
Damn it, Ryan. Killing it.
I've just went and backtracked and got all the legendary birds. I saw Bleach was on last night. I texted him a picture of just like how many badges I had in my playtime, which was 8 badges in like 25 hours and some, and he sent me back he wasn't like super far behind me in playtime. He's like 21 hours. But he only had 5 badges because he's just been like screwing around and going here and doing this, and he was telling me
filling out the Pokedex.
No, I had like 90 some Pokemon in my Pokedex, and he had like maybe half of that.
What's he doing? Just leveling up? Grinding?
Yeah, he had 38.
Okay. He's preparing for his future battle against Brand.
So he's still trying to like figure out exactly he's still trying to figure out like the dynamics of his team and like figure out exactly how he wants to take that, and he's like leveling stuff up. So
I just keep on. When I fight Brand, I'm just gonna send out 5 Goldines. I'm just gonna keep going.
Where I've actually like I've done I've kind of basically picked my team out and been leveling them decently. I even did I was talking about, he said he got one of the birds. He got Articuno, and he said he lost. He was like trying to get one of the other ones. He was trying to get the electric Zapdos, and he said he ran out of Pokeballs. He just was unprepared. I was like, I did the item duplication glitch, and I gave myself like 12 Master Balls just for the legendary Pokemon, so I don't even have to fuck with it. Just start the battle and caught
Master Ball Brand.
Use it. They would have figured out the game.
How do you do the item duplication glitch?
It's like using a computer, right?
It's a very specific. It's a very, very specific thing. You have to go in game and actually trade for 2 Pokemon. You have to trade one NPC for a Farfetch'd, another NPC for Mr. Mime. You have to make sure they learn 2 specific moves.
Brant, there's so many steps to this.
And then you have to you have to set it up and do all this shit. And then
I'm like Shark Tank. I'm already out. I'm not even letting you get to the pitch.
It's a setup. It is a setup. But then once you set it up, you can dupe any item. And there's even more to it, where you can literally you can change stats, you can change Pokemon to shiny, you can spawn different Pokemon or all this different stuff. But literally you have to like go to a website and put in your specific version of the game as well as some other stuff, and like I think it's your trainer ID and whatever else, and then you have to change the box numbers in the PC like actually to like actual codes and stuff. It's like too much of a. I'm like, I'm not doing all that crap.
Jesus.
I was like, I'll do the item duping. It's the least, it's the lowest on the totem pole.
No kidding.
But yeah, other than that, I'm just kind of getting up to the point where I'm leveling stuff up and getting ready to fight the Elite Four for the first time. And after that, there's like some additional stuff that was added to these games called the Seville Islands. And it like basically you go to those and you can get like all of the Gen 2 Pokemon and stuff like that. So more stuff to do after I beat the game.
Was that in was that in the legitimate Game Boy ROMs, or was that added to this like edition that came out a couple weeks ago?
No, these were added in Fire Red and Leaf Green.
The native Game Boy versions.
Yeah.
It's not something. Okay.
Something that wasn't like advertised, but people figured out as soon as they started beating the games. There were specific events, when the games came out forever ago, that you'd have to go to get, I forget what there's two different ones. They're like two different tickets, and they would actually do in-game events. That way you could actually catch some of these legendaries. And in these versions, if you beat the game, you actually they just get dropped into your, if you've met the criteria for them, they get dropped into your inventory, so you can just go do them.
Okay.
So that's a nice quality of life improvement there. But yeah, me and Bleach talked a little bit about it back and forth, and other than that, I haven't played anything else. Enjoyed our Halo.
Man, old man,
Halo
Halo's
nights.
good. We need to kick that up like a couple nights a week just to have a good time and laugh and cut up like we do. That always hits.
Yeah.
Rope Bleach into it, or Mark's Knight, or Uno, whoever's free and can jump in and be our fourth.
Yeah, it's always fun until McLovin joins us.
Goddamn McLovin. One of us might have banned. I might have banned McLovin from matchmaking with me. I need to go in that list.
It's been a minute.
See who make sure we don't match with. There's some of them. There's some Halo gods. I was worried we'd get stuck with that first crew, but I think we won our second and third matches, and it wasn't those same people. They mopped us up. They might have banned us. Like, we need a better challenge than these jokers. All right. That's it for us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
See you.
Adios.